mtu msaliti ni petro, sheria mna kwao, wazimu pia na hao, furaha sio mfano, ukabila ndio kwao, hako nishafika, ukweli na hakika, kadiri nashika, furaha kwa lahiki, ndio kwa mashabiki, maji kuziki, mimi nafiki, hit na dhiki, muda mna wiki, mimi na himziki, split ni mukiki, kutafuta ziki, kwa makini mfulisi, na njima na zili, filmi,
Don't you know we're talking about a revolution song?
Because, really, I think the time has come for an action that somebody really seriously should have taken a long, long time ago. I want to remind you of two things about me. I am the only one, the only so-called black, the only soul channel, the only soul channel. Not only did I say that we need to sue Google, and I'll tell you this now, I wanted to file a class action suit, but these people are nothing but talk. You hear it all the time. I'm going to sue Google. I'm going to sue Google. Nobody. I am the only one within the period that I've been on this forum, 100 channels terminated, since 2007. I'm the only one, to my knowledge, that actually took Google to court by myself. I could not get not one other YouTuber to help join and start, and so I could file a class action lawsuit. Because you're surrounded by those who talk a good game. And that's what y'all love. Y'all love people that talk. Those who really would take action in your behalf, you don't mess with them because you're not a Muslim. You're not committed. You're not a Christian. Well, the Christian, what the hell are they doing for you? Except taking your damn money. What are the Kemetic folks doing except taking your damn money? What are all these people that y'all foaming at the mouth and giving them all your, they just taking your damn money. But those willing to actually put on the boots, willing to get out on the floor and do the work, you don't want to do nothing for them. That's all right, because I'm used to doing things by myself anyway. So the only one who can get the credit for taking Google to court is yours truly. So be it. And Google looked so silly. It was fun. Really, I wish I had a video camera so you could see the faces of the lawyers in court trying to defend Google for a service they provide for free. You're going to spend thousands of dollars to defend something that you give away for free. It's really crazy. I want to also remind you that yes, I was locked up for a pretty long time. But at the same time, I was able to get myself out because of the knowledge that I learned. The knowledge that I learned was the appropriate knowledge. And when you use appropriate knowledge, it would give you the desired results that you're looking for. You cannot learn how to throw a football by studying how to play basketball. And that's y'all problem. But y'all, you keep doing what you're doing. I'm just sitting back in the cut. Unfortunately, sitting back in the cut and watching you fail. Now, there are those who are failures. You are a bunch of losers. And you want to blame me because I'm showing you that you are a loser. So you hide behind a picture. And that's what I want to talk about real quick. You have these people that hide behind pictures and they talk. If it was not for being able to hide behind a picture, I don't even think I can put up a picture to hide behind. My software stopped working on me. I can't even put up a picture to hide behind. They hide behind pictures. They threaten people. They talk crazy to you because you know damn well, and I know well, that you would not come in my face talking some of the crap that y'all talk. You would not. Especially, see, the older I've gotten, I really have a temper control problem. And you talking crazy to me in my face, I'll probably punch you in your face and break your damn leg or something. I don't play that. You don't come in my face disrespecting me. You can't talk to me in a civil manner. It's your best bet. You better stay very far away from me. Very, very far. Because I don't play that. I don't even have I'm an older person now. I just can't tolerate foolishness no more. That's why I play with little children. Then I have to leave little children alone because I might have to smack you, and I don't believe in using physical violence against children. I really don't believe in that. But you know, sometimes children can get you to that point. And adults should know better how to be civil and cordial to another adult person, but y'all don't. You don't because you figure you hide behind a picture and you safe. Well, you're messing with the wrong person. I would suggest that you better leave me the hell alone because I'm ready to spend some money. I'm ready to spend some money to find out who the hell you are, faceless bastard. Yeah, faceless bastard. Faceless, cowardly troll, you bastard. You can talk all this crap. You can threaten my life. You can disrespect me. Spread lies about me. And you do this because you can hide behind a picture. Well, let me tell you something. I'm just giving you a warning, and I should not even give you a warning. I should just go out and I should just do it. I need to use one person as an example. You hide your face. Let me tell y'all something. See, in religion, they say God is merciful. In religion, they said before God punishes us, God gives us a warning. So I'm giving all faceless trolls, cowardly, disrespectful, want to threaten your life trolls. This message is not for those of you who hide behind, y'all, you behind a picture, but you're civil, you're nice, and you know how to disagree, you know how to talk to people. I'm not talking about any of you. I'm talking about these thugs and these harlots, these trash that hide behind a picture and think that they are safe because they hide behind a picture. Let me tell you something real quick. I would spend the money. I don't know about anybody else. I would go and hire a private agency, a private detective, a detective agency to find who the hell you are. Then when I find who the hell you are, I will come to your job with my camera and expose you for who the hell you are. If you live in the 48 states, I will get on a plane, I will rent a car, and I will come to your job with my camera and expose you and show people live who the hell you are. And since I paid to find out who you are, I am going to put your private information all over the internet. I'm telling you. You can't put people's private. I paid for it. I will pay for it. They are faceless. I paid to find out who the hell you are. They come on social media, threatening people's lives, calling people's names, writing garbage on people's pages because they have the security of hiding behind a picture. Well, I'm going to show you. I don't know who it's going to be, but there has to be an example made to show that you ain't as safe as you think that you are behind a picture. There's a reason why people hide behind a picture. Some of y'all, I understand why you hide behind a picture. I have nothing to hide. The government knows about me. The police know about me. Everybody know about me. So, I mean, what does that mean? So, why should I hide? There's no reason for me to hide. Everybody, that's anybody, know who the hell I am anyway. So what? But there's a reason why these suckers hide behind a picture. And if you mess with me, you disrespect me, you want to threaten my life, then I'm warning you right now, you better chillax. Because you will meet me in person on your damn job. I might even come to your damn house. I'm not scared of you at all. With my camera and expose you for who you are, and everybody will know who you are and what you look like. They will know where you work. And I will put your private information all over the internet. And then I want to see how much you talk after that. What you got to lose? You exposed now. You talk about exposing me. Now I'm going to show you what exposing people really is. So I would suggest to you, you better leave me the hell alone. Because I have proved that I don't just talk. I will make a move on your raggedy ass. I'm not playing with faceless cowards, trolls. You don't disrespect me. You don't respect nobody. People trash like this, I'm not even going to call them people. Trash like this needs to be exposed. Because they think they can't be touched. And especially when you're threatening somebody, then you know, of course, law enforcement can get involved. I want to see how you run your mouth when the peckerwoods start coming after you. Idiots. So you better back off and leave me the hell alone. Because a picture, hiding behind a picture on social media is not going to save you when I make a move on you. Because I'm willing to spend the money. I'm willing to spend the time. It only takes, I only need to expose one of y'all suckers. Only one. And you want to know something else? You know what else you will help do? You will drive my subscriptions up to the rooftop. What he going to do next? Thank you very much. Now keep messing with me, punks. Keep messing with me. I'm not the one to play with. Go play with your dog. Go play with your goldfish. Go play with your, play with yourself. Oh, wow. But whatever you do, you better leave me the hell alone, because I'm not the one to play with. Believe it. Anybody that has had interaction with me, including the government, they would prefer to leave me the hell alone. I'm not the one to play with. I'm not going to just run my mouth. If I tell you I'm going to do something, you can believe it, it's going to get done. Oh, I just need to get that off my chest because I don't like suckers. We are living in a serious time. Nobody has time to play these childish games. If you want to play a game, go to the casino. Try your luck. Win the lottery or something. I want to begin by saying this. A very long time ago, probably before I even really entered puberty, I decided a long time ago that I would not bring children into this world. And why would I make such a decision? I decided at a very young age that I would not bring into the world another life into this hell that somebody put me in. I am not going to be so selfish. I am not going to be so what's the word I'm looking for? But many of you have done it. You know that this life, living in this hell, this oppression, in this situation, you're going to bring children, and then you're going to sit back and do nothing to improve the condition of the environment, and you're going to bring children into this world, and you say that you love them, you love to give them hell. And that's what I have experienced ever since my birth. There are times when you can smile in hell. You can laugh in hell. You make love in hell. You have fun in hell. But when it's all said and done, it is hell. Hell on earth. A living nightmare. Born into a world you can't enjoy yourself because somebody has cursed you, somebody don't like you, somebody hates you simply because of the color of your skin, and you have to live with these people. You are born, you are like a chicken born in a den of wolves, foxes. Foxes eat chickens. Wolves will eat a chicken. And you're living with a people, they have been eating us, terrorizing us, raping us, murdering us. The continuous mistreatment, as I speak right now, in downtown St. Louis, Missouri, you have a protest march going on because there was a verdict that was not guilty of another pig. That's our word. Another pig found not guilty. And this goes on. It never stops. It just keeps going on and on. And there are people coming to my channel. There are people around me in YouTube land that want me to work with everybody, especially the ones. We are all in this together, including the ones that caused the trouble to begin with. You are sick and out of your mind, surrounded by insanity. So I would not put that burden. I would not put that on another life. You have done it. And you should be out protesting. You should be doing something if you have children, but you sit on your ass and you don't do nothing. You on your own. Like your parents did you and your parents' parents did you. Nobody wants to stop this crap once and for all. You want to keep playing games. There are two things. Well, there are many things, but there are two things that can actually cause me to shed a tear. And I did that today. One of the things that can cause me to shed a tear, and I really don't need to be talking to people after I watched the movie Malcolm X. It was so low down. It was so dirty with the black Muslims done to that man. Killed that man, killed that soul brother in front of his wife and his children. Religious fanatics. That's why I don't want nothing to do, and there's nothing that you can say that can convince me to embrace religion and so-called spirituality, because this is always the result. Wherever you find religion, wherever you find so-called spirituality, you will find murder. You will find oppression. You will find slavery. You will find all the evils that you can think of. And that's not a coincidence. And many of these people, when you begin to put those religious ideas in their mind, a very good-hearted person can become insane and a terrorist, a murderer. Chop your head off in a minute. All these religious fanatics, you don't know who's going to go crazy because God told them to kill somebody. I don't want nothing to do with it. And then we have somebody, a major so-called leader like Louis Farrakhan, stand up and said, and called the people that murdered Malcolm heroes. Woo, whoa, whoa, whoa. Another incident that makes me shed a tear. I keep thinking over and over, like I said, I did not want children. I did not want to bring children into this madhouse. A few close calls. I want to tell you, a few close calls. But I'm so happy. There's no child that can say, I done this to them. And if I did, you would see me more aggressive than what you see and hear me and do right now. Because I got to make it better for my child. It's not my child's fault that I brought this baby, this new life into this mess, to this madness, insanity. You sit back and you don't do nothing, but you love. I love my baby. I love my little boy. You don't love nobody. You selfish. Ooh. I shed a tear when I think about Trayvon Martin. Nobody talks about Trayvon Martin no more. That's the way it is with the so-called Negro. You so emotional. You think about things for a few minutes, and the devils, these crackers, these beasts, these pigs. No, you're not gonna hold on for a long time. Just like these protests, you'll get angry for a few seconds, and that's the end. They know that, so they will tolerate you, get it all out your system, cry. Then it's going right back to the way that it was. Waiting on the next soul brother or soul sister to get shot in the head, get murdered by a pig. And you will cry and do the same thing over and over and over again. I couldn't imagine if Trayvon Martin was my son. And this fat, low-down, dirty, Mexican-looking, whatever he is, bastard shot my son in the heart. Minding his own business, just going to the store, probably watching a basketball game during halftime. Let me run to the store and get me something to snack on. And then this bastard, this beast, is waiting on him. I don't care what you say. Trayvon Martin was still a boy. He was a child. He was a teenager. He was a child. And you're going to quit. What type of nation am I living in when adult people can shoot teenagers in the heart? And then the people actually paid George Zimmerman for his services rendered and made mockery of this young man because he smoked some weed. He was a thug. You should be ashamed of yourself, but there is no shame. This is why I could not bring children into this mud hole. It's a mud hole. The United Snakes of America. It's a mud hole. George Zimmerman, if Trayvon was my son, George Zimmerman would be on the run and hiding right now. I can guarantee you that. Because I don't want no Trayvon Martin scholarship fund. You can keep your damn money. I'll play it cool, calm, and collect. Because I already know you're going to let this devil off. I already knew this cop in St. Louis, I already knew that judge was going to let that pig go. I already knew that. And you want to sit back and these suckers keep coming to me. We all in this together. I don't see all this together. The protests in St. Louis. Where is all the... I just see a whole bunch of basically dark-skinned faces. Where is all these other people that y'all talk about? We all in this together. Bringing me this crazy stuff. I don't know why I'm so angry at what happened to Trayvon Martin when his own parents, his own father, there are Caucasian people, when their children was murdered, when their children was abused, they hunted down and killed the people or the person that killed their baby. The only thing the Negro does, we sit back and we cry. Oh, Jesus gonna, y'all just keep calm, everything. Oh, I don't understand it. So why should I get angry when the father, the relatives of Trayvon Martin, they are not upset? Because you will never hear my voice be quiet. Now they are quiet. You should always hear, you should always make this nation and the people know what you did to my boy, my child. It is really pathetic. So after the protests in St. Louis, what they gonna do? Most people getting ready to go tomorrow night to the club and get drunk. Find somebody to lay down with and be silly and stupid as always. I don't know why. I don't know why I get so upset over this. When the parents, when the blood relatives of Trayvon, they don't even care. I guess because they gotten some money for the scholarship fund. That just goes to prove you never really loved the boy to begin with. I just had that on my mind. Just excuse me, I'm sorry. I was thinking about Malcolm. I was thinking about Trayvon. These people keep bothering me with their foolishness. Don't want to accept the reality of things. And this crap keep going on and on and on. Who's going to put an end to it once and for all? And you got children. And you don't want to do nothing. Except watch a YouTube view. I don't get it. And you love your babies? I don't understand it. So who's going to be the next victim? Hey, you, Angel Snub Nub 7, you old timer, you old geezer, you old whatever, you just old. I hear that all the time. And of course, you've come to the right place. This is the Reality Stuff on Earth, and I am Angel Snub Nub 7. Old timer, old geezer, I am old. Now, the sad thing about it is I'm old, but many of these people who are faceless, the reason why they won't show their face is because chances are they look older than me. You're young, but you look older than me, and your health is probably worse than mine. But anyway, I am happy to be older. Many of you will not get older. And the sad thing about it is that as you live, you don't get younger, you get older. And many of the younger blame the older people for their problems. But remember, you're getting older, and the children behind you who are younger will begin to blame you for their problem. just like you blame those who are older than you. So it's only right. So what are you going to do different than the old timer? I don't mind being an old timer. I don't mind being an old geezer, because at least I can say in my lifetime, I grew up, even though there was Jim Crow, even though there was the civil rights movement, and there was a lot of things that was truly detrimental. Racism was outright in your face when I was growing up. But one thing I can say is that the Negro, the so-called black man, the African Americanist, the colored, during the time when I was growing up, we had more of a love towards each other than you have. Somewhere down the line, love began to diminish from you. So now here you are, and you hate your own people. You really hate yourself. You have to learn how to love yourself. Now, even back in them days, even though we may have been called ourselves Negro or colored or whatever, we had more of a love when we saw one another when I was growing up. I was not just the child of my mother, but I was the child of the neighborhood. All adults would have a say-so and look out for the children in the neighborhood, whether those children were biologically yours or not. Testimony to the old African proverb, it takes a village to raise a child. So I came up in a different and better environment than you who are young. Things got worse for you. It was better for me. So I can talk about a better time, but you can't, because you're young and the only thing you know of is negativity. I live positive. I live in an environment, we didn't even have locks. Well, we had locks on the doors. You didn't have to worry about somebody breaking in your house. You can leave your door open. You didn't have to worry about somebody just walking up in your house and stealing your crap or whatever. People did it all the time. When I was growing up, between men and boys, I could meet an older brother, and he didn't know who the hell I was, but he would greet me like, slap me some skin, little bruh. And, I reach out, I knew what that meant. Slap some skin. Give me some of that dap. Some of us, we do that right now today. But in general, you don't see that. Because touching another man might mean you are homosexual in your world. That was not in my world. You could grab a young boy, you could grab another man, and you could slap him some skin and bring him in and give him a hug. You didn't have to worry about being called a homosexual. I was not raised and I was not nurtured to hate soul sisters. You don't care because you were surrounded by rap music that called our sisters hoes and bitches and every other foul name in the book. I was not raised that way. I did not hear our sisters talked about in that way. In certain movies, me, myself, personally, I don't know about the movies. I didn't watch what they call blaxploitation movies. I don't know nothing about that stuff. But I remember our sisters, the black men, soul brothers, call our sisters a fine fox. You said, well, a bitch is a female dog. What's the difference between a fox? That's an animal, and a female dog is a bitch. The difference is when we call our soul sister a fine fox, a fox had fur that was extremely valuable. People would shoot and steal and die and kill over fox fur. And that's the value that the soul brothers put on our sisters. They were fine foxes. And of course, we viewed them as beautiful women, and there was other positive names that we gave our sisters. And there was none of us run around calling them hoes and bitches and all this kind of stuff like the way that you grew up in. So I don't mind being older than you and experiencing our people at a time when we were more positive. I don't remember all these murders and all this robbing and stealing. Now, anyway, not where I live. I'm very sure in some of the major cities, you had a lot of that going on, but not, of course, at the level that you see today. But I would tell you also, after integration, our attitudes began to change. And the soul sisters turned from a fine fox to a bitch and a whore after integration. You didn't hear all that. And there are people who are pushing integration. They are pushing to try to absorb and want us to become more and more part of this nation. And this nation is what caused us to be in the condition that we're in. And they want us to embrace and become more caught up in the toilet stool. Another thing for our poor soul brothers. See, when I was a young man, I was taught to be a gentleman. You open doors for your soul sister, and you take the chair from the table and let her sit. Yeah, you don't do that. You think that's corny. You think being a gentleman is corny, or you have no idea what that is. And she don't deserve it. I don't care who she is. Any woman, if you see a woman struggling with her bags, you run to help her with her bags, and you help her across the street, and you do for your women. Now, this is another thing. See, as young men, you're not, and even as adult men, and some men would tell you, I don't understand women. Women are different from men. Their thinking is different from men. One of the things that I notice about women, not all women, but women like to gossip. Women like to talk among themselves and talk about silly stuff or whatever. And they got this thing about nagging their husband, nagging their boyfriends or whatever. Now, some men can't handle it, and they beat the woman. Will you shut up and whatever, especially if what she's talking about is the truth and he can't handle it, so he'll punch her in her mouth. But I'll give you a perfect example of how a man with some type of wisdom handles the woman that he loves. My uncle, may he rest in peace. I don't know why we said that. He should have had peace before he departed this life. But my uncle, which is my auntie, always, like I said, just loves to talk. Run your mouth, just talking, blah, 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 blah. And I used to watch my uncle, and he just took everything in stride. You know, he did everything he could. He wanted to please his wife. Nag, nag, nag. What do I need to please you, honey? Nag, nag, nag. What do I need to do to please you? He didn't say it that way, but his actions, he would do things to try to keep his wife pleased. And you might think that my uncle, that's a sissy or whatever. But see, this is the thing. My uncle did that. But when it got to the point where he couldn't tolerate foolishness no more, the only thing he had to do was give my auntie a certain look. And my aunt would nag, 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 and her nag, whatever she's talking about, start slowing down, and she started to get real nice, and next thing you know, would you like mashed potatoes with your steak? See, that's what we have to learn how to do. Learn how to handle people. Learn how to talk to people, not only in our personal relationships, but we as a people, that's how we need to treat one another. Learn how to talk with one another. Because my auntie loved her husband. My uncle loved his wife. Do anything for his wife. My auntie loved her husband. Do anything for her husband. But they had an understanding of one another. And the reason why they grew to that understanding is because of love. When I was a younger man, I could easily grab and hug with an older man. I didn't have to worry about homosexual crap or whatever. It was just young men, adult men, giving that respect, showing love to one another. What's up, my little bruh? What's up? And they didn't run around talking about your old geezer this and we had respect for our elders. I don't care if our elder was a drunk. I don't care if our elder was a professor at some college. We gave respect to our elders, regardless. And we work out the other stuff later. But since integration, we began to adopt the nasty, vulgar, profane lifestyle of these foreign people that we did not live with before. When we were separated from these people, we treated ourselves better. We had more respect for ourselves better. Most of us had a religious background, so we treated ourselves according to the teachings that we learned in church. So, and most soul brothers and sisters, we really believe in that type of thing. So we practice it. But when we began to integrate, things start to get bad for us. Next thing you know, you had brothers starting beating their wives. We got pedophilia. We're starting to create more criminals. We began to create this offshoot of homosexual tendency. All these things you did not see, you did not hear about until integration. Then, just like they say, the freaks start coming out at night. Because we began to adopt this unnatural way of life for us. We was not introduced to all these things when we were slaves. When we were kept apart from the massa, you didn't see all these type of wacky behaviors that we exhibit right now. You did not see those things. We had more of a love because you didn't have no choice. You had no choice to love another dark-skinned face. Respect another dark-skinned face. You had to respect your elders because your elders have lived. You understand the hell that you're living in. And for a person to become an elder, you know what kind of life, what type of crap they had to deal with all those years. And now you are disrespectful of your elders. And you'll never get nowhere. You'll never advance. You'll never reach your potential because the same elders that you make mockery of and you don't have no respect for, they have the wisdom. We have the wisdom to give you, to help you overcome the obstacles that you need. In fact, if you listen to your elder that speaks from this rostrum, can give you the information, give you what you need in order to bring this to an end once and for all. And your babies, your future children, don't have to worry about the crap that we had to deal with in our lifetime, whether some of it was negative or whether some of it was positive. The people I call soul. Not that I created the label or the name soul. We gave that to ourselves, and we refuse to embrace those things which we create with our own hands, with our own mind. We are so busy wanting to be somebody else. We want to be white. We want to be an African. We want to be Kemetic. We want to be a Hebrew Israelite. You want to be everything except a soul brother and a soul sister who you really are. You refuse and don't wish to embrace your own, the thing that makes us unique, different from everybody else. Because that's not good enough. You think these other people around you, you think they are better than you. So you want to be like them. Oh, that's so sad. And you get angry at me because you want me to be like you who want to be somebody else. I'm not interested. I love myself. I'm very confident in myself. We have great potential. And when you try to be like somebody else, you are limited to their limitations. You deny your own potential. Excuse me. What I wanted to say in these very brief few minutes is that what do you think about a person who is dishonest? Now, I may be mistaken. I make mistakes. I am capable of error. But there is no way that I would come before you and bring you an outright lie. And I know that it is a lie. So don't call me a liar. You can say, brother, you are mistaken. You are in error. Whenever you lie, people don't lie for the hell of it. People lie because there's a benefit to the lie. So you lie so that you can get a reduced price for your insurance. You lie so maybe you can get a date with that man or you can get a date with that woman. You lie because you did not pay your taxes. Whenever we lie, there's a reason behind the lie. So if you are calling me a liar, what is the benefit that I am gaining for telling an outright lie? I would like to know myself. There's no reason for me to lie about anything. But a liar is someone who is dishonest, and we do have those in social or on social media. There's no doubt about that. And I don't like to use the word coon, and I don't like to use the word Uncle Tom and all these names that we call ourselves. I'm going to use the word Negro or African Americans. Let's do African Americans. There are many African Americans that are just like the children of the former slave masters of our ancestors. You act just like them. You have the same mentality, the same mindset. You are dishonest. You are a liar. You are a deceiver, trying to get over your point because you don't wish to accept the reality and the real truth of things. Some of you even claim real truth. I am the first one on this media to say that I represent real truth to the best of my ability. I am just like my sister Rashida Strober, who says she's the original first dark-skinned activist. I am the first one to talk about and present what I call real truth, and have been doing that for, in December, it would be 10 years. Nobody else. I'm the originator. I'm the real truth. And I can guarantee you, when I bring that to you, you will find out why it's the real truth. But the African Americanist who wants to be so smart, she wants to show the slave massa, wants to show the other slaves how smart you are. And then you get angry at me because I show you that you're not as smart, you're not as intelligent as you think that you are. Because if you deny logic, if you deny reality, common sense, reason, and being rational, if you deny those things in your conclusion to what you present, then you do not represent real truth. So now, since I expose you for what you really are, you want to make a liar out of me. But you do it by being dishonest. How do they become dishonest? They become dishonest the same way that their slave master, these devils in charge of the media and the government in this nation, these Caucasian, European, pinks, racists, whatever devils, however you want to view them, it's the same MO, the same method of operation that they use. One of the first things they love to do, and I will use the Nation of Islam as an example. They like to splice up your words to try to make you sound like you said something that you did not say. Back in the 80s, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said that Hitler was wickedly great. Great is the noun, wickedly is the verb. The verb describes the noun, correct? But this devil, these crackers, took his statement like he was saying Hitler was great. When if you look at the statement, Hitler was wickedly great. But see, we don't have common sense. We don't think. So now this Peckerwood puts on his news and in the newspapers, Farrakhan loves Hitler, calls Hitler wickedly great. And see, now you have to look at me differently, because here I am. Y'all know I'm very critical of Minister Farrakhan, but when Minister Farrakhan is correct, when he is on point, I have to support when the man or anyone is on point, regardless. And he was on point. He did not say that Hitler was a great man. He said that Hitler was wickedly great. Then later on, Mr. Farrakhan said, and was talking about the behavior of Jewish people, and then he said that they made Judaism dirty, and he was talking about how since they made it dirty, he was talking about Jews and this dirty religion. Did not call Jewish people dirty, did not call the religion dirty, talking about a behavior and what the end result to that behavior and how you made a religion that is supposed to be or represent something else, you made it foul. But of course, the deceivers come and they mess things and they twist things around. And there are those on YouTube, on social media, who do the same thing for me. One person is unfortunately, is our brother Ben. Many of you watched the video that Brother Ben made about me. And Brother Ben spliced my words up. And there's another fella out here who's talking about me. It's crazy. The mad head doctor, whatever, hides behind the picture of a gorilla, takes pictures and splices them up to try to make you look and sound like something that you did not say or do. Whenever you see me talk about Brother Ben, I made a video about Brother Ben. I made a video about Eric Muhammad or Farrakhan or anybody. Whenever I talk about people, you always see if it's possible, I take that whole phrase and present it in its totality. I don't splice nothing up. I show you exactly what they said. I don't manipulate. I don't try to deceive and be dishonest. I'm showing you exactly what they said, and then I respond, I reply. Anything other than that is dishonesty and manipulation, and that is exactly what these crackers have done to Minister Farrakhan and a lot of our leaders. That's what they have done through the years. Malcolm X simply said it's like chickens come home to roost, and people took it and manipulated that simple statement to make it like Malcolm was talking about he was happy that John F. Kennedy was assassinated and all crazy stuff. But that's how it is when you're dealing with manipulators and deceivers, dishonest people. And y'all listen to them. Then another thing they like to do is when you get on their case and they have nowhere to really go, then they use distraction tactics. Well, one of the most famous in recent times is when we are talking about how evil and wicked the police and their behavior towards dark-skinned people in this nation. The first thing, some of these honky lovers, that's a word that we made. I don't have to call you a coon. You're a honky lover. I'm going to make a video about the honky lover. But, yeah. We talk about police brutality, And then these hunky lovers who always want to brown nose and embrace these wicked devils. And I'm not talking about the Ku Klux Klan. I'm not talking about the alt-right and all like that. The nation itself was built upon racism. These are nothing, the Ku Klux Klan and alt-right, these are nothing but a consequence of living in a racist nation. They don't control and do nothing. They don't control redlining. They don't control the police department. At one time, the Ku Klux Klan members, they actually did control the United States, but they don't no more. So, but the racists, clearly, racism still exists and is fine and dandy in America, and it has nothing to do with the Ku Klux Klan or alt-right or nothing like that. Your nation is just simply racist, period. And you want to cuddle it. You want to kiss it in its backside. Distraction tactics. So we talk about police brutality, and they want to talk about, what about black on black crime? I want to talk about Minister Farrakhan. They want to talk about, what about the guys that shot Malcolm X? They still, this is not, when you go to court, the court wants to talk about you. The court does not care about John Brown or Baby Louie. I don't care if y'all did the same crime or whatever the problem is. We're talking about police brutality and how the police treat dark-skinned people in this nation. But they use distraction tactics. This is dishonesty. This shows that their opinion, their mentality is weak from the very beginning. So many of you follow people like this that use distraction tactics. They talk all this black stuff, but they are no better than the racists themselves. They use the same type of distraction. They are dishonest. They are manipulators and deceivers. And I will continue to speak and expose and talk about them because they need to be put on Front Street. There are those who talk about people every day. So-and-so do this, so-and-so do that. But when it's their turn, they can't handle it. Now they have to make 5, 6, 7 back-to-back videos about me. It's crazy. It's your fault because you are a liar and deceiver. You need to straighten up your act and get right.